I almost turned him down, but he insisted. I told him it's not really possible. He asked why, so I explained, and yet he countered everything I said to try and dissuade him. And the result? A base that my friend can continue to decorate and enjoy. The story begins some time ago when I was approached by a subscriber named Antonio via email with a simple request. Hello, I am a subscriber to your channel. I would like to know if you could make me a base of No Man's Sky for a small donation. Thank you. Honored, I knew there are many problems. Donation? For helping a fellow traveler? No way. And anyway, I was sure I wasn't going to do it. I tried to do this for another subscriber several months ago and failed. What came out of that other attempt is the cyclotron base. Link to the tour video on your screen now. The subject of the email was consulta. I was hoping maybe I could practice my Italian with Antonio. So I wrote back to him and explained that I tried it before and failed because there's no way I can build a base and then give it to someone. There's no way to pass ownership of bases to other players. So what can we do? Antonio was thinking as he read the next few lines of my reply. I wrote him back, let me explain every detail that I know about this because I want you to understand how much I want to help you and why it is not possible. So back in June of 2023, another traveler approached me and asked if I could build him a base. He'd found a hot planet with cylinder-like terrain formations which he wanted to use to build a base. We exchanged NMS friend codes and I joined his game to see where this was. Communicating was an issue, as the in-game voice chat didn't always work. We tried several things and eventually settled on using Discord calls for voice chat. This friend was American, East Coast, and we had some good conversations and exchanged some companion eggs as well. Looking at the location he chose, I got excited, and I was sure it's possible. I knew about options to let friends edit your base. So we went to the option menus and made sure that friends are allowed to edit his base, add, modify, and remove parts. I claimed my own base a little bit farther away to make it easy to return when he's not online, and off we went trying all kinds of things, and then his internet connection broke and he appeared to leave the system. At that moment, I lost the ability to touch his base. This is what I explained to Antonio as well. The game does not allow friends to edit your bases while you are not in the game. Antonio was not deterred. He said, then I will be in the game when you need. I am online a lot. Yeah, I thought that doesn't work either, and today I even know exactly why, but I'm getting ahead of myself. There's more, I explained. When the other friend was online and I was working on the base, he decided to teleport to another system and bam! You can see he's still in the game. But I couldn't edit his base anymore. It didn't help that we changed the settings to allow everyone, not just friends, to edit the base. And you know why? The answer is simple, actually. The game has to store the changes somewhere. Your save file contains all of your bases. When you are at one of your bases, your game has that base loaded in memory. When you make changes, they are stored in memory until you make a save. When someone else builds your base, it must go to your save file. If you play offline and edit your base and I am editing the copy on the servers, what will happen? NMS doesn't support any synchronization for this, so the only way I can change your base and keep your save file from being corrupted is if we both are online and have the base in memory. So the rule is, the game does not allow friends to edit your bases while you are not in the game and in the same system. I explained to Antonio that I am in UTC+2 time zone and my play hours are very erratic. I told him, when I tried this with the American, who is in 8 hours of difference, we just failed. In the end, he removed his base so I can build there. Antonio just said, I can adapt to your schedules without a problem. Alright, I said, let's do this, but let's use Discord so we can speak in the game. He replied, the problem is that I don't speak English, I'm Spanish. But we can use Discord, no problem. Spanish? Okay, that's only 1 or 2 hours difference for me. No English. I started wondering how this will work. And hey, it means all the correspondence so far went through Google Translate? Sweet. I was already hooked. I really wanted to do this, but how? I speak a few other languages at varying levels, Italian, French, even German and Dutch. But Antonio said, sorry, Spanish. Well, today's wonders include automatic translation when typing messages in Discord, he assured me. So there we went. Next, we exchanged friend codes and became friends in the game. The next step was to choose a place. Antonio, who uses the name Cruz in-game, did not have a place. I suggested a paradise planet that I have a small base on, and we went to scout the place. For any new players who don't know, it's simple. One player loads his game and teleports to a location he wants to show to a friend. Both friends need to make sure that multiplayer is enabled in this option screen. I highly recommend you disable PvP here, which is enabled by default. The friend goes to this loading screen and selects multiplayer, then selects the online friend and joins his game, appearing in the same system. All that's left is to follow the marker and land nearby. To make sure your friend can come back easily, they should place a base computer somewhere nearby and claim a base. Time to show what I built for Antonio. As we approach from the sea, we see two illuminated statues, a glass roof building, and a red pyramid on the right. Let's land and look around. Jumping off the landing pad, we see the statues are lit by 3 times sized light fissures. We see the red pyramid and on the left 3 Titanic trophy skulls. Jumping onto the balcony, we see the main building. Backing out, we see the balcony lighting, which turns on automatically at night. Inside on the left is a bed with a nightstand and some decorations. Further in is a lightly furnished bar with a holographic bartender. And in the back is the base computer next to a 3/4 size teleporter. On the back wall, some utility cupboards and other equipment, and on the right is a short-range teleporter leading to the garage pyramid. Before we use it, let's head to the living room area for a quick glance. A decorated table and seating for friends. Near the door, a plant in a protective display pot. Out the door is a Minotaur Bay, and we can see the pyramid again. Link to a video on building pyramids is in the description. Back inside, we use the short-range teleporter to go to the garage pyramid. The garage is lit by candelabra blooms and has large glass windows. On the side, some control panels, and in the center, a roamer geobay. Let's go! Hey, don't forget to hit that like button and maybe subscribe.